the initial idea for Motown in regards to Debarge was for them to be a light, bright, damn near white Jackson 5. Oh, that bit him in the ass. Hello, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you have not already become a part of our Bella Book Club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below. And for a small monthly $5 fee, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before YouTube gets it, if YouTube gets it. Now, let's get into the Family Debarge Unsung episode. So, I always give Unsung the business. Why? Because they always be flaking on the truth. It's something about Unsung that they want to paint Black America in the best light possible. I thank you, TVOne, but don't lie to the people and don't strategically leave out truths in order to make the particular artist seem stellar or in a much better position than what they to are. Me is that, like I said, TVOne has their reputation of trying to smooth over the rough edges in regards to a particular artist. Now, in regards to the Debarge family, they ain't smooth over a goddamn thing. They was letting the peoples know we all fucked up. Basically, that's what it was. The Debarges, the ones that was there, was like, okay, we all fucked up. And TVOne allowed them to say it. Okay, shouts to La Vista, TVOne, because we know that your ass be fudging the numbers. Okay, but so in the 1960s, while Motown was creating and grooming legends, the Debarges was over there, not doing so. The situation is this. The Debarge said that every day we were in church. In fact, James Debarge said that their mother churched them out. I know what that means. Now, I never experienced it, but I know every Sunday when my grandma would say, get your good clothes on, we running down there to the 16th Street, or we going to get on the 16th Street bus and go to the church on Meridian Hill. Wait, no, it was called Meridian Hill Baptist Church, and it was on 16th Street. Okay. And that's where we were every Sunday. Now, I ain't mind. I mean, yeah, I was bored to death half the time, but I ain't mind because all the good church mothers used to go downstairs to the kitchen. Child, this is when they used to feed you. I don't know if they still feed you in the church. Matter of fact, they probably don't feed you no more because they want to keep all the money to themselves. But, I digress. So anyway, this is back when they used to feed you. All the church mothers used to go downstairs and cook their special dish. All right. Now, Mama Debarge was the reason as to why the children stayed in church so much. Why? Because Mama utilized the church as a place to lay her burdens down, okay? Mama Debarge, was raised on the east side of Detroit. And at 17 years old, she married a white man, a white soldier by the name of Robert Debarge. The Debarge family paid the price for being interracial. Now, let me give you an example. In the 60s, that was still a big deal. Even though there may have been more interracial couples then, it might have been more white men trying to get a hold of, the Black women now because they realized how beautiful and sexy we are. But it still wasn't accepted, as a whole. So, to give an example, Bunny talked about how her father was not working. Then when he got a job as a truck driver, he was fired once they found out that he was married to a Black woman with a whole bunch of the mother described the husband, Robert Debarge, as a very mean man. Randy Debarge chimed in and said that it was a tumultuous household. Okay. The mother said the way that she dealt with it was to dive into the church and to bring her children with her. They also found solace in the music. Okay. Now, James and Bunny reflected on how they would sing to deal with their pain. They wrote songs very young. Mother Debarge said that she taught her children how to sing because her father taught her how to sing. Okay. So once the Debarges moved from Detroit to the Grand Rapids, their association with the church grew stronger. Okay. The church belonged to Ederlene's, Mama Debarge's brother. Okay. And the brother spoke of how he enjoyed allowing his nieces and nephews to sing in his church. Okay. Bobby was part of the church choir also, right? According to James, he wanted to do the bass guitar, right? And that is what his father brought him, a bass guitar. The problem was that damn Tommy knew how to work that bass guitar better. Now, what James said that was, of course, Bobby was in his feelings, but eventually Bobby got over it and he started playing the piano, okay, and creating. So that's how Bobby's producer skills were. James started the drums. In fact, what they said was that all the Debarge children were musically inclined by ear. Okay, James Debarge, Janet Jackson's ex-husband, said that he tried so hard to fit in. Mm-hmm. He said their interracial look was not accepted among their peers in school, right? It was always thrown in their face that they were biracial, okay? James said that he used to use a whole can of Aquanet. Do y'all remember Aquanet? Oh my God, I remember Aquanet. That was the cheapest, strongest shit that you could put in your hair. You heard me? Like when you needed hard curls, if you ain't had a spritz, you had the Aquanet, child. And then sizzle up your hair, child. And oh my God, why did we wear them hard curls? But anyway, that Aquanet was my friend when I couldn't get a hold of spritz. Now I smelled, like some PCP, but I mean, goddamn it, the hair was on fleek. It was hard as shit, but it was on fleek. Why did we do that? James was using a whole bottle of Aquanet every day so that he could create a bush. Okay, he would tease the head, tease. I could imagine what that bush looked like and smelled. Even though their life in Grand Rapids had turned towards the good, it did not overshadow the bad that was going on or that occurred in Detroit, okay? The memories were horrific, okay? The father was emotionally and physically abusive to them all. He abused Tommy, Bobby, and Bunny the worst, okay? Bunny said that they learned very early that their mother couldn't protect them because she was also afraid of Poppy Debarge. Consensus for the Debarges that did participate in this episode, they all said that Bobby underwent the most abuse. As a result, Bobby then abused his younger brother, James. Okay, he kind of fucked with all the siblings, but James got it the worst. And the reason why James felt like it, that he got it the worst, was because he was his father's pet, okay? That the father liked James the most, and Bobby in turn beat him the worst. Guys, remember the movie Bobby Debarge that, who did that movie? Was it TVOne? I think it was TVOne, because that shit was terrible. TVOne, girl, that Bobby Debarge movie was terrible. I mean, y'all fucked up the wigs, the outfits, everything. She said was that's Mama Debarge. Now, what she said was that she had people to come to her and say, girl, how you gonna leave this white man, this abusive white man that's, putting his hands on you and your children with 8 kids. So she said that got in her head, and that made her believe that no one would help her. No one was going to take care of her. And that's the problem. Bunny could have took care of all of them, to be quite honest with you. I mean, the oldest girl, that's what they do. While your ass went out and got a goddamn job, Adeline. So, sorry, Mama Debarge. God rest your soul. But a lot of reasons why your children endured the trauma was because you was too weak to get them kids up out of the house. You liked, okay, yeah, we in a tumultuous situation. Yeah, you be knocking me around a few times here and there, but I ain't gonna find nobody else to take care of. I want to say to Unsung, I don't understand why Unsung allowed this episode to be downright dirty and revealing, but you don't do that with everybody else. I don't know. Maybe because the Debarges are still struggling with addiction and they probably don't get it. Now, Bonnie said that the only reason why the abuse stopped in the household was because her uncles came around there and whooped Pappy Debarge's ass. That shit should have been happened. Okay, I'm pretty sure that the mother was like, no, don't whoop him, don't beat him. She's trying to save the victimizer. Okay, but anyway, you know, Bonnie said it stopped when her uncles whooped Pappy Debarge's ass. All right, now that's kind of touchy because real talk, the father could have been like, okay, so now your brothers ain't here. Now I'm gonna give you the ass whooping that your brothers get. Anyway, Bobby and Tommy got gigs with local bands, and Bunny went on tour with the church choir. Now, a childhood friend of the family, his name was Greg Williams. Okay, in the early 70s, the group that Greg was a part of was called White Heat, and it was backed by Mr. Barry White. I said, big old Mr. Barry. I ain't never had a big man with a conch lay on top of me, but back then, oh, that Barry the Whitey could have. The name of the band was called White Heat, right? And he was able to get 18-year-old Bobby on the keyboards, but Barry White, for no reason, you know, associated with Bobby, he just decided, I don't want to do White Heat no more, right? So now the band are on their own. Now, Greg, the childhood friend, Greg Williams, we all know him, but Greg pushed forward and assembled the band to create a demo to include Tommy Debarge on bass, right? Now, Greg and another bandmate, Jody, went to LA to shop their tape to anybody that would listen. Now, one day, they was around there to the Motown, all right, and they bumped into Jermaine Jackson. Remember when Jermaine Jackson was singing Dynamite? The Jackson, can you take this and listen to this, please? Jermaine said, I got you. Jermaine took the tape directly to Barry the Gordy. Now, the setup is on and popping, but they needed a singer. Greg reluctantly asked Bobby Debarge because of that old boy. Okay, y'all know what that old boy is. Okay, when it's the old girl, you do this. When it's the old boy, you do this. Greg wasn't really trying to fuck with Bobby because he knew Bobby had a serious habit. Okay, now I didn't talk about abuse, but I can't talk about that. But you know, he got that junkie itch, okay, when he ain't got it, okay? But anyway, Bobby said, listen, Greg, no worries. I got you, bruh. No worries. I got you. You ain't got to worry about, you know, nothing. I'm going to take care of it. Now, so we have Bobby, Tommy, Jody, Greg, and Philip Bailey's brother. This is so fucked up that I don't know his brother's name, and he was fine as shit. Girl, he had a big old process. Ooh, that pressing curl was on fleek. You heard me. And they were called Switch. There'll never be a better, never be a better love. Said there'll never be a better love. James Debarge said that he was so proud of his brother, Bobby and Tommy. And he couldn't wait to tell the world, okay, see, you see that guy that's on stage singing There'll Never Be? That's my brother. That's my brother, Bobby. That boy over there on the bass, that's my brother, Tommy. That's all me, bruh. Debarge left Grand Rapids and moved on to Hollywood. Motown signed them immediately without James, okay, because he was too young, all right? But the first album went absolutely wood, okay? Now the second album went gold, okay? You know why? Because I've been thinking about you for quite a while. You're on my mind every day and every night. My every thought is you. Elle and Bonnie wrote I Like It. Now, 17-year-old James is on the way. All right. Now, everybody else was like, James, stay in school. Don't fuck up like we did. Despite, I know we made it. We out here living the glamorous life, but, stay in school. James ain't give a fuck about that. He's like, no, what you think I'm gonna stay in school? I can keep spraying this Aquanet on my head? Hell no. Now, while Debarge is blossoming, Switch is failing. Okay. Bobby is ready for a solo deal. Bobby and Tommy left Switch in 1983, which signified the end of the label dropped Switched. Okay, which was cool because Motown really and truly, they was done. They treated them like an old hoe. Okay, I'm sick of you, old hoe, Switch hoe. Okay, I want to get with your baby sister now, Debarge. Okay, and focus all our time and attention and money on them. Okay. In 1983, their first #1 song, Time Will Reveal. Bunny and Elle were the main producers for the about hit. The Debarges were that they were intriguing to Motown. Okay. I'm going to say they were intriguing as long as they was making money and doing what they were supposed to do. They were a family of brothers and sisters who was fucking out of control. Okay. Jermaine thought that it was funny that they tried to rob a fucking vending machine. They had turned it upside down because it's not that they didn't have the money to buy the M&Ms. Okay. It was that because they was Debarges and they don't have no fucking common sense. Okay. So they robbed the vending machine, not for the money, but for the M&Ms. Okay? But anyway, Motown loved them until they didn't. Now, here comes the pills. 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 Now, the Debarge family is known for two things. Okay? It's the singing like a motherfucker, and them popping pills. Oh, that is a popping pill family. Okay? Now, Bunny said she just got this pill that would help her to sleep. Because she was always so wired up and so nervous she couldn't relax. She went to the doctor. Doctor, I need a pill to help me sleep. Okay, good. Thank you. Everybody, according to the Unsung video, then was popping pills, except for Elle, okay? Elle was the responsible one. Elle was the one who Motown relied on to take care of the business for the entire Debarge family. 84, okay. Debarge went on tour with Luther Vandross and The Deal. Now, Babyface interjected and said, yeah, we was kind of hearing things about him, okay, that the Debarges are out of pocket and they were a problem, because they would tear up people hotels. And, Bunny, when she spoke about it, she kind of giggled about it. Girl, that ain't funny. That ain't funny to have a reputation of singing, robbing vending machines for M&Ms, popping pills, and, tearing up hotels, whatever. That's not funny. The Debarges who participated in this said that Motown deliberately tried to separate Elle from the rest of the group. Okay. They saw it as a way of shutting them out. All right. Now, the problem was that no niggas. Now, it could have been true that, Elle was trying to, that Motown was trying to separate Elle. Actually, you know what? I don't think it could have been true. It was true. Okay. But Elle was sick of them too. Motown did a right thing in regards to Debarge to just hire Elle, because don't nobody feel like dealing with you difficult motherfuckers. Don't nobody want to deal with the difficult Debarges. Rhythm of the Night. It relied solely on Elle Debarge. Now, like I said, I don't blame Motown because, y'all ain't doing nothing. Okay, we got to find you, you know. And when the Debarges talked about it, the ones that are not L, when they talked about it, they said that, you know, they didn't even know what they wanted us to do. They would say, come in and sing over the background vocals. Okay, sing over it, don't sing over it. Now, Bunny is feeling herself because she see herself in the movies. Bunny, you was beautiful, girl. All of the Debarges was exceptionally beautiful. And I'm not saying that just because they were biracial, but they were a beautiful family. And you can look at them now and tell that all of them went through some kind of struggle with addiction. Now, right? But you can't take away from their talents. Not one bit. 1985, 20-year-old James quietly eloped with his 18-year-old girlfriend, Janet Jackson. Now, this is why I say, what is wrong with you ninjas when y'all think that Janet Jackson won't mess with Bobby the Brown? If she would mess with James Debarge, that addict, or that ex-addict rather, but why wouldn't she mess with Bobby Debarge? Janet Jackson, I think, is just way more down to earth than what a lot of you people want to understand. I mean, I don't get it. So anyway, none of the Debarge family knew. Okay, now James is over there in Neverland or the, you know, Jackson house getting high. Okay, now Joe Jackson can't do nothing about it. He ain't comfortable with it, right? But Joe Jackson maneuvered the way that my family does. Okay, so you done married this motherfucker, okay? But guess what? My daughter is comfortable right here in the Jackson family house. What is it, 2300 Jackson Street? Whatever, okay? She's comfortable here. So that means that you gonna have to pick up your shit and come live here, okay? Now, Debarge, I don't know if you know this, but this is an old trick, okay? What the family does when they don't trust the nigga or the bitch, what they do is they be like, oh, okay, since my daughter's used to living here, won't you come live here too? And for real, all that mean is just in case you try some bullshit, because I know you got the BS with you, Debarge, okay? I'm going to have to whoop your ass. Okay, because what you won't do is mess with none of these Jacksons, and I'm gonna watch your ass and make sure you don't. The marriage was annulled a year later. Okay, now James said that he believes that the marriage didn't work specifically because of his addictive behavior. You guess, because everybody say that Janet Jackson don't drink, she don't get high, she don't do nothing but just be freak nasty. That's all she does. So. I mean, Debarge, you can't get high and act a damn fool and be married to a Jackson. That's not how it works. Now, James said that it was set in stone that Motown was going to sign L to a solo deal. Motown released Debarge in 1985 and then signed Bunny, L, and Chico to solo deals, right? There was modest success for them all, okay? Now, Motown dropped Bunny and Chico, and then L moved on to another label. All right. And L had did an interview lying like a motherfucker saying that, oh yes, my family is so happy for me and my solo deal. Answer no. Them Debarges was mad at L that he moved on. I don't know why you mad, because it's your fault. Debarges, that's okay. The Debarges were done. The wives of L and Bobby spoke of the family's drug use. Okay, they say they ain't never seen nothing like this before, or, you know, heard of anything like this before. They thought how out of control the Debarges were was an enigma. Okay, because they didn't believe it to be true. They could not believe that this family was dead. All right, but anyway, is it me? But how old is them wives? Because during this Unsung episode, I was like, damn, I know. How old is them damn wives? Like, literally. Them girls look like they was like 22 or 23 years old. They look very young. Is nobody going to mention the fact that maybe they married them girls underage or something? Because they look very young. The Debarges that participated in this episode felt that because of Bobby's death, then maybe the family would take a turn for the better. Okay, all right, I done lost my brother to drugs. Okay, let me get myself together. Answer no. it got 1990s, Chico Debarge had some success, you know, with his album, You're Egging Me, Babe. You're egging me, babe. I know you got a man. I know you got a man. Something, something, something. Da, da, da. Anyway, the dumb motherfucker got locked up for drugs again. Okay. So let me say this. When it comes down to addiction, I have absolutely no disdain towards anybody who struggle with addiction. Okay. In fact, I believe that all of us have some sense of addiction, whether it be sucking your thumb, pulling your ear, or having some kind of tick when you talk. Just something about you gives you comfort that may be a substance or not. You know, I told y'all, I've been sucking my thumb since I came out my mother's stomach. You know, I think the longest I ever went without sucking my thumb was when I had my braces on. It was about a year, child. And then I don't know. It just got worse. I think because life had got harder, I went back to sucking my thumb full force. Okay. So I get it. And I know you're like, Nay, how you going to compare sucking your thumb to a heroin addiction or opioid addiction? You know, I just feel like I just understand what it's like to struggle, to not want to have that euphoric feeling every day, you know, whether it be through alcohol, heroin, pills, cigarettes, whatever your vice is. I get it. You know, the world is very, very hard. Fortunately, Debarge continues to struggle with addiction as a family. Okay, or at least that generation of family, because you know it's about, I mean, goddamn, it's about, God, oh my God, it's so many Debarges. It's just as many Debarges as it is Jacksons. Shit is crazy. It's crazy. What woman keep pushing out all these damn Debarges? But anyway, have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, have a